What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Wilson Urane, and I'm back with another one. This is Eastwick Boxing on Eastwick Sports. And I'm with my man, Chris Henderson. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
You enjoy the fight?
Yeah, I did.
We might as well get right into it. Fuck it. Most people leave like the biggest topic for class. No, we're gonna start with that.
Yeah.
So, uh, what you think?
Man, what a fight. What a fight. Tyson Fury impressed me.
Yeah, I think he impressed a lot of people.
He was just a lot better than what I thought he was going to be. Not a lot better than what I thought he is, but a lot better than what I thought he was going to be this quick. He fought his ass off, and he boxed his ass off. Let me say that. And everybody's always kind of thought that he was the best boxer in the heavyweight division, and he showed that for sure Saturday night.
Right. I mean, he was a whole lot more mobile than I expected. That knockdown in the last round, man, that was you can't make stuff up like that, man. So it's a guy that obviously dug in deeper, in my opinion. Came back, conquered his demons. He looked like a joke coming on his comeback trail, and then showed up and showed out. In my opinion,
Yeah, he did, man.
I can understand. I think Andre Ward had it best when he was on Twitter. He said, he could see a draw with the two knockdowns and a round here and there because it's boxing. That's what happens. But 115, 111 Wilder just left me a little bewildered, I guess you could say. And he left me dumbfounded. But hey, man, you think they'll do it again?
It depends on. I hope they do it again, but it wouldn't surprise me if one of them went the Anthony Joshua route simply because it's more money.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be one that goes the Anthony Joshua route, I would think that it would be Deontay Wilder because Tyson Fury, he just demands more money in the UK. He demands more money than what Deontay Wilder does for that fight.
Right.
And is on record saying he won't take no less than 60% versus Anthony Joshua. So that kind of tells you that.
Well, today Frank Warren came out and said 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, here's an interesting thing is this is Frank Warren is Tyson Fury is technically a free agent right now.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people know that. It was a 3-fight deal he had with Frank Warren, and he's fought them 3 fights. Now, I do believe he's going to, it's nothing. It's pretty simple to do. They'll just extend that,
Yeah.
But.
Well, what happens in your opinion, what happens if what's easier to make? Wilder, Joshua Fury, Wilder 2?
Depends. I think they're kind of waiting on these numbers right here. And all preliminary reports show the UK numbers to be better than the US numbers as far as pay-per-view buys. And so that could dictate a lot of the terms going into a rematch with this. It could change the terms, whereas this fight was 50-50. Actually, Wilder got the higher guaranteed purse. I think it was $4 million and $3 million on guaranteed purses. But so that could actually change their negotiating power with each other, along with Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of that depends. Now, I'm sure in the rematch clause, they had pre-negotiated terms for a rematch. Now, that kind of goes out the window now with this fight ending up a draw. The rematch clause was in the event that Tyson Fury won, I would imagine. Now, it gives them an out. Now, they could go ahead and say, hey, let's just do it under those terms and it's over. But it gives Team Fury an out here. and surely they would want this next one to be in the UK. It would be a lot bigger event, like we talked about before. It's just boxing just does better over there.
I think if you want to maximize the revenue, that's the way to go. I understand why they had it here, but
yeah, I do too.
That's the way to go. Who stock? Anybody from this fight? Whose stock went up? Whose stock went down? Obviously, Tyson Fury's went all the way up. He has.
I don't believe Deontay Wilder's went down in the pundits' eyes and the serious fans' eyes. We always knew he couldn't box worth a shit. You know, we always knew that. I do think that it probably wet Eddie Hearn's mouth a little bit watching that fight, thinking, "Hey, man, if Tyson Fury could do this, we could probably win this fight for sure." You see what I'm saying?
That's where, in my opinion, that's where styles make fights.
Yeah, if Tyson Fury can do this, then that becomes a hype thing with the leverage that Deontay Wilder. I explained this a long time ago, like when he fought Luis Ortiz, when Wilder fought. It's a hype thing. He loses leverage once another fighter's his height. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Well, Anthony Joshua's his height. So he doesn't have quite as much pop on that shot, and it's not as accurate no more. I like to describe Deontay Wilder throwing his right hand like a guy walking into a bar and just asking each woman if they fuck him until he says yeah. Until they say one of them says yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's the odds of it landing. He don't set it up. You made a good point today. It took 12 rounds for him to feign a jab to get that right hand to land. 12 rounds.
It was there since the first round.
It was there from the beginning of the fight.
I'll tell you what I saw was Fury. Fury was moving a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But what I noticed was he would step to the side and then he would take a step back and dip low. Step to the side, step back, dip low. And he kept doing it because he was getting away with it. And I'm like, he keeps dipping low, man. So just feint, set it up and
throw it straight.
He looked to be loading that hand up. And you know what, man? It was like hard to watch from the standpoint of what is he trying to do here? Because we know he can't box, but he showed a little something in the Stavern fight, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So like
you got to look at the height, though. You got to look at the height.
Yeah, I get that part, but I'm just as far as like I feel like this one, but he has so much damn power that the fact that in the 12th round when he looked to have punched himself out in more than maybe the last 3 or 4 rounds leading into that round, okay, and he still managed to land the punch. It still knocked his man down. Now for him to get
knocked him out.
Yeah. And for him to get up from that, that's amazing. But for a guy to still have that kind of power, looking dead tired, that's Jesus Lord. Even the first knockdown, he didn't even touch him as hard, as hard as he did. That was probably more like I got him in the right spot, but
hit him right behind the ear. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like amazing to watch, like the way he went about it. But
I don't think his stock fell like some people are claiming. I think he, if anything, it's kind of raised his public profile. It's man, I just really wished it. Yeah, I really wish they would stop letting him speak so much in public on his own, though, because I like the guy. I really do. I sincerely like the guy. I like his story. I like what he stands for. But every time he opens his mouth, I start going, gosh, damn, can he get any dumber than this? You know what I mean? And it ain't nothing. It's nothing against him. It's just he says some crazy things sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, both guys show a lot of respect, and they're still showing a lot of respect to one another, which is kind of odd. But they took a few jabs at Joshua, both agreeing with one another, blah, blah, blah. So Tyson Fury obviously has been very vocal about him winning.
Yes.
Wilder fell with his 2 knockdowns. He won the fight. You know, so the logical thing would be to okay, let's run it right back.
I think they ought to take it. If they're going to run it back, they need to do it immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But boxing, politics, do they run it back?
I'm not sure they do. No.
So you.
I totally agree with Andre Ward here. I actually do. I think that Deontay Wilder needs it more than Tyson Fury does at this point. Fury is a show in and of itself. You know what I mean? To a certain extent.
Yeah, he's now become a spectacle somewhat.
Yeah.
And the legend of Tyson Fury grows more with the way he got up from that knockdown.
Oh man, that will follow. that will be in the highlight reels for a long time. I haven't seen nothing like that since the 80s, maybe.
Hey man, that was like some WWE shit, man. Undertaker shit, like rose from the dead. So
I don't think he was knocked. I don't think he was completely knocked out, but I have a tendency to believe that we're somewhat thinking that was a bigger shot than what it actually was, because he got up too easily. I mean, he wasn't even dazed. You know what I mean? So,
I think he was dazed because he leaned on the ref for a second.
But when Jack Reese asked him to walk over there, he almost jogged to a certain extent.
Yeah. I think if he would have walked there, he would have looked like a drunken man.
But
and then he comes back and lands a punch of his own.
Yeah,
that's what's low.
Right there, I've seen a change in his eyes right there after that shot. That if he fights Wilder again, he stops him. He don't box him. He stops him. It'll be late in the fight, but he'll stop him next time.
Well,
he has confidence in himself now.
That's good for him, but he needs to be very careful.
I don't think he has to be. Wilder telegraphs his shit so much that I don't think he has to worry too much about it. That as long as he don't get lackadaisical, he believes he can actually knock him out.
Yeah, but that's going to be a high attention span, and it's going to have to be throughout whatever long the fight lasts. So it could happen, but I could also see it where Wilder lands one and he might not get up. You know, so but
I can't see it no more. I don't see it now. I'd have thought that.
I will favor
Saturday night. I'd have definitely thought that, but now I definitely. In the last minute and a half of that fight, I realized that this ain't even close.
Well, rematches, you tend to favor the guy that can make the more adjustments, the more technical. I don't want to use the term with either guy because Wilder is Wilder and Fury's like very awkward, but the guy can move, man. He moved in there, man.
He's got a hell of a lot better ring IQ than Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, at this point, yes. So, hey, man. Hopefully they do it again. What you think of the rest of the card? You get to see any of it? Luis Ortiz.
I watched a little bit of it. Ortiz looked like he was supposed to look. It's Travis Kaufman, man.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people know that this guy's not like the easiest out.
I mean, it's Travis Kaufman. So,
and he fought the fight at a very, like he was very conservative throughout the whole fight. I think he was trying to see if Ortiz would tire out by the second half, but for you to get your opponent to tire out, you got to land some stuff of your own too.
That would put a lot of pressure on him, one or the other. Yeah.
Don't you think? So yeah. I think Ortiz looked good. Does he play into any of this in the heavyweight picture, or he's like a man looking out still?
He is a good third option for Anthony Joshua and him, maybe.
Okay.
That's about it.
Now, let me ask you this: Joe Joyce was also on that card. What you think of? What you think of him? I feel he wants to.
He wants to fight Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, but I think that's a little too much too soon.
Yeah, no doubt. Joyce, I think, is in his 30s already, like
Yeah,
low
he
30s,
is
and
31.
so he really don't have time to waste. But
His defense, man.
his leaves something to be desired. It really does. And a guy like Luis Ortiz will exploit that, and even
although he packs
at
a
an
punch.
advanced stage.
So,
yeah, Joyce does.
Yes.
But if you want to, I mean, he can be outboxed pretty easily.
I'll be interested to see what's next.
If I was him, I'd go after that Usyk rematch. Usyk beat the brakes off of him in the World Series of Boxing.
Nah, why would he do that, man?
Yeah, he don't want to fight. He don't want nothing to do with Usyk.
Well, it is what it is. The return, Jarrett Hurd.
I wasn't. Is what I expected, I guess. He was a little slow getting going.
I think he was just working on his job to see how that shoulder holds up.
And he looked a little hesitant, like the first round and a half, maybe. But then after that, it was typical Jarrett Hurd. And again, I hate to stress this, but I mean his opponent, man. And then I was really disappointed with the way things went after the fight. I can understand. I guess I can somewhat understand. I don't know. He wants another tune-up before fighting Charlo. And
he's saying he wants a hometown fight.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's up in D.C. or wherever in that area. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this weekend Lomachenko returns from the same surgery, and we'll see. Maybe he'll want to get one back in the Ukraine his next fight. You know what I mean?
Well,
I highly doubt it, though. I highly doubt it, though.
I think he could go ahead and fight, whatever he got to do, whoever he got to do, and then that'll be a decent payday for both guys, him and Charlo, if they could actually, get it together and come and meet in the ring.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot though Saturday night. Is mentally Charlo's done beat him.
Yeah, I mean
that goes a long way.
Yeah, well, I just think Jarrett Hurd's Jarrett Hurd, man. I stopped
he's a zombie.
I stopped trying to figure him out.
Yeah, he's a zombie now. Once the bell rings and the glove starts swinging, he's a zombie, and you're gonna have to be on your best game to beat him.
Because it's almost like he turned the switch on and he was like, okay, time to end this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I stopped trying to figure him out, man. I hope he actually grew on me, man. I wasn't much of a fan.
Yeah, I wasn't either, but he's kind
of grown on me.
Kind of grew on me. Yeah, he's kind of grown on me as well.
I'm not gonna question, whatever he took on Lara when a lot of people wouldn't. So things like that. So we'll see if they could get it down the road. Now you did mention Lomachenko comes back this weekend. We'll probably touch on that throughout the week. Also,
it's a great card, top to bottom this weekend.
Isn't it the last HBO card coming up?
Yes, it is. Females take center stage. Cecilia Brækhus and Clarissa Shields on the same card. It's interesting. I tell you what, I want to give a shout out to Clarissa Shields' promoter, man, Dimitri Salita. You talk about doing what's best for a fighter. He's doing that because
he has her all over.
He's had her on 3 different networks in 3 straight fights. How the hell can you? I mean, that's when Showtime wanted to allot the money for her to fight here. He goes and gets somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? So you can't beat that. That's a promoter doing what's best for his fighter, and hey, I got to commend that.
Doing his job.
Exactly, promoter doing his job, and you got to commend that.
Well, to me, I guess we'll have to come back with something else for that. You know, HBO 45 years. It was expected. Anybody that's followed the sport for a while saw this coming. You know.
Yeah.
And it's
the
finally
market's getting tough. The market's getting
man.
tough.
And it's finally here. So, what can we do, man? Any last thoughts?
Tyson Fury's got a new fan.
Yeah.
He's got a new fan. I'm pulling for him to beat every heavyweight in the division.
He won't be my favorite clown anymore. He'll just be a boxer I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, he's my favorite heavyweight now, and I don't even have a heavyweight favorite.
Yeah, man, like you said, man, he's a show within himself. So
yeah, he is.
It's really nice seeing a guy like that get it together and do what's right, man.
Yeah, it is.
So on that note, well, thank you for coming, listening. Shout out to the group East with Boxing on Facebook. Shout out to some of the fellas, Samuel especially, man. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hopefully everything's good. So we out.
Out of here.